Hi, this is Lincoln, and I'd like to welcome everyone to my tutorial on TestNav. Today I'm going to be focusing on tabbed reading passages, so let's go ahead and get this started. First thing we want to do is double click on TestNav. As soon as that opens up, I'm going to go ahead and take that into my full screen. As your students log in, if this were a real test, they would put their username and password and then sign in. Don't forget, any students who need audio, they would press test audio and hear those chimes. And if they did not hear those chimes, then we would need to make sure headphones are plugged in. For right now, though, we are just simply going to go to SOL practice items. We're going to go with reading for this particular tutorial and tabbed reading passages. Go ahead and start. With all of these, you do have to agree to the terms and conditions. And now we will start. So the tabbed reading passages, this usually pairs some type of writing with either a picture or a poem, piece of art, whatever it is. Typically, the illustrations, you're not going to be able to highlight them, whereas the text or the essay part, you will be able to highlight that. So I'm going to go ahead and move on here. So this one is about hummingbirds, and there's my reading passage. And if you'll notice right up top here, among the leaves would be the poem. And like I said earlier, with this passage, if I just drag my cursor over there and press this little blue highlight, it's going to highlight. Whereas if I go to among the leaves, notice I can't highlight that there. I'm clicking, nothing's happening. So let me get rid of this. And if you all want to get rid of your highlighting, you just simply re-highlight, hit the red slash, and it's gone. Okay, so we're going to pretend like I read those very fast and know everything about hummingbirds. And I've got to my first question here. I go down, and it's a dictionary entry. Wants to know about the word distinct. So if I were taking this test, I would probably highlight this sentence right here that has my keyword in it. Read that to myself, and then I'd go down and I would look at all my possible answers. If I chose to use the eliminator tool, which is right up here at the top, I would click, and let's say I knew it wasn't separate and I knew it wasn't distinguished. Okay, I've narrowed it down to 2, so I'll go back up to my pointer and then I'll pick the answer that I think it is and hit next. Notice my highlight still stays in there when I move on to the next question. That's okay. So now this is just a regular multiple choice. I could use the eliminator tool if I chose to, but just for the speed of this video, I'm just going to pick a random answer and hit next. Now notice in this one, the poem, the hummingbird's nest. So I'll need to go up here and I'll have to find the part that talks about the hummingbird's nest and what it's a symbol of, and then I'll just pick some random one here and hit next. My next question is a technology enhanced question. It's a drag and drop. We have all of our answers over here on the mat. Notice when I go over them, I get this little cross, and I actually can just drag my answers where I want them on the mat. I'm just picking some random ones here. I'll hit next. My next question here is asking me to compare the two articles, or the article and the poem. So I probably want to bounce back and forth, read through those, and then once again, this is a drag and drop, so we'll just drag a few things over and hit next. Last question up here, both the poem and the article, so I may need to bounce once again back and forth between these two articles. Let's go ahead and just pick a random answer once again. So I've made it to the end of the section, and I know this because I've got the green check mark. If this were orange, I would know that not all of my answers were there, but I'll go ahead and hit submit my final answers. I'm good with that. So that is the end of this tutorial on the tabbed passages. Please take some time and go over this with your students. Thanks. Have a great day.